All right. So, weapons and outfits are not the only thing that we've added to the game in the in Trumbull Valley. There's actually a few more rewards that we can show off right now. Except, oh my gosh, I've got almost nobody left. Harley has blood plague. Okay, let's switch to Harley. I've gotten everyone killed. Okay. Oh, he's got 50 seconds left. Harley, get out of your chair faster. Come on. Where's the supply locker? Let's go. Supply locker, supply locker. Okay, let's heal. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Oh, so much better. So much better. Okay.
Seconds.
I had seconds left. It was amazing. Okay, so let's go get Harley in some more trouble. So there are a few other sort of not traditional rewards that you can find in Trumbull Valley, and these are the ones that we've been sort of holding out on for the longest because we wanted to make sure people got the chance to discover these on their own. So one of these is the Wilkerson's Special Reserve. So the Wilkerson Special Reserve, it's a consumable, it's a throwable, and you can get it from Mickey. There's a few times in Mickey Wilkerson's storyline where you can pick it up, and then once Mickey has kind of settled down towards the end of his story, you can buy this from him by visiting him at his enclave. But basically, it's a lot like a lot of other fire weapons with a little bit of an exception, which is if you toss it up into the air, it's actually got a really short fuse, so it can explode in the air, do a little fire burst, and then rain fire over a larger area than it could reach on its own, which is a really clever use. So I don't think we had to actually add new features to make this possible. This is just using the same features that we've always had, in our weapon system, but we had never combined them in quite this way. I don't know. I find this to be a really clever sort of expansion of our, or sort of, I guess, abuse of our of our throwable system.
Well, hey, when you don't have a lot of support to make new things because we're operating on a much smaller, as a smaller team nowadays, you use what you got. And so we did have timing on explosives, and so it was really easy to make that work. There was no added coding or anything that had to happen there. So.
Oh crap!
You do notice that it did impact. It blew up on impact there.
Barrels! Oh no! Barrels! Ah! What the heck?
Get on the car! Get on the car, man!
I can't! I'm not good at this game. Oh, and now I'm out of bullets. Oh, okay, well. Oh, did I make it? What the heck? How did I make it? No, get off me. Okay, I'll get on the car. Oh. Okay.
Wow.
No, he's up there with me. What? No. Oh, you horrible
what a way to
monster.
go. What a way to go.
Oh, this is perfect.
Oh, man. Okay. So.
You had 9 lives, man.
Apparently. So I think I might need, at some point, I was planning on showing off the Haven device a little bit later. That's not going to work if I'm... Oh, get off me, you jerk. Come on.
Oh, we get to see a community wipe today.
Yeah, apparently. So I built this community specifically to show off the Haven device. I'll be very annoyed if I lose them. Okay. I think that's everybody.
This makes for good TV, though, Geoffrey.
Oh, yeah, okay, so while somebody's got my back here inside the base, let's close the door, keep the zombies out for a second. Oh my gosh! Okay, you know what? We're just gonna look at Brant for a second. Wow. Let's just clear out all the zombies for just a moment.
I'll pantomime the chaos going on with interpretive dance.
Interpretive dance, yeah.
Exactly. Okay, so no more random zombies. I think we're good. The combat music started right before I cleared up the zombies, and so it's going to think we're in combat for a second, but I think we're not. Okay, good. No more random zombies. Let's talk about base facilities. So I think I might have to... no, okay, good. So there's a couple of base augmentations that you can get for playing through the storylines of Trumbull Valley. One of them is Tressy's Grow Chem. Tressy's Grow Chem, the Trumbull Valley Grow Chem, is a special fertilizer that Tressy develops from investigating the plague walls and the plague hearts and stuff, and learning biological facts that make her that make her able to create a chemical that grows plants really well. Because you'll notice as we transition from the Heartland version of the map to the core version of Trumbull Valley, all of the plague walls have become overgrown, and so she's like, "There's something about this stuff that makes it really good for growing plants, and I'm going to figure it out." So that's what her whole deal is about. So when you complete Tressy's mission, you end up with this Trumbull Valley Grow Chem, which means you can actually, I believe that you double, so you basically double the output of your gardens. So I'm going to kick that in. So right now that does, my garden is doing 1.5 food per day. Once that Grow Chem kicks in, it should be doing 3 food a day. And I've actually been using that in my my own game that I'm playing, on my own time. I've got a community of 12 characters. It's really hard, and they're playing on Dread. It's really hard to keep them all fed. But I've only got the one farm that between Tressy's Grow Chem and and sort of, piling on the seeds, I can feed almost that entire community with just the one farm. And so it's a really powerful, powerful piece of hardware. It's not the most violent and action-packed thing, but it's actually really, really effective at keeping your people alive.
Speaking of keeping your people alive,
yes.
Desmond Bailey says, "Build an infirmary right now."
Well, unfortunately, I'm trying to demonstrate the Grow Chem, and that's the only extra slot that I have. I do have this large slot over here that I could use at the Red Talon Fob, but I've got another use in mind for this slot.
And Marcus the Bear Hunter says, "Don't use guns without silencers on Nightmare or higher," which I tend to agree with him.
Oh yeah, no, I am playing the game badly. That's not the point of this stream.
Okay.
We're not watching the stream to watch me play well. We're watching the stream to watch me get into nonsense, and so that's what we're doing here.
Every single time I cheat a weapon, I cheat it with a silencer.
That makes perfect sense. You're doing it right. Okay, so but one of the biggest, splashiest rewards you get for Trumbull Valley, one thing that we're kind of thinking that a lot of folks will take their communities to Trumbull Valley just to get this and then go and play somewhere else later on, is the Haven device. So we've been thinking about something like the Haven device for literal years. In fact, back during State of Decay 1, when we were working on the idea of Cleo and what her potential was as a character throughout the series, this was one of the things we always thought she might be able to do. But we didn't find the right occasion to actually make it happen until now. One of the things we really wanted to accomplish with Trumbull Valley was to tie up a lot of these dangling threads of storylines, because Cleo was a dangling storyline thread that we left in State of Decay 1. And we left that open and we wanted to pick it up in State of Decay 2, but it's taken us a while. And so rather than leaving another bunch of cliffhangers for the transition between this game and its eventual sequel, we decided to start wrapping these things up and sort of seeing where these, letting these characters reach their maximum potential. And so with Cleo, if you complete Cleo's storyline, as hopefully a lot of you know already, you get the ability to build the Haven device. So the Haven device is this thing. Actually, as this thing starts to come together, let's look. So in the middle of this, at the core of this, is something that I believe Mark built. This is the Cleo core that you get in one of the earliest Cleo missions in order to make it possible to copy Cleo down from her satellite network. And I think I can imagine what some of the inspiration for this might have been, but do you want to talk about it a little bit, Mark, what you had in mind as you built this Cleo core?
So I got a design from our art director, Kevin Hunn, who is now on to 3, but he designed that for me, and I think it was loosely based on the Terminator cubes.
Yeah, I believe so.
But now it's jolly candy-like red, and it's supposed to be something that looks kind of alien, a little bit mysterious. And so yeah, you'll see these cubes kind of scattered all over the place. And so this is the guts of what is inside of one of those mysterious little Cleo missile tower thingies.
So I'm pretty sure I'm going to get the characters on the ground over there completely killed over the course of this, but because once you, like any Cleo technology that we've had throughout the game, whenever you trigger it, it attracts a zillion zombies. And so in this case, the Haven device's purpose is to ward off zombies, but before it can get into before it's fully operational, it actually attracts zombies like crazy. And so when you build it, you have to play through one of the harder sieges in the game. It's especially hard if you're really bad at firing a gun and staying on a platform, which is a skill limitation that I have as a player in this game. So we had the Clio core first, but then Brant, you needed to put together this entire piece of art. In fact, 2 versions of it. The one right here that we're seeing, where the Haven device is not yet fully up and running, and then you also had to build a second version for when it is fully up and running. Basically, what do you want to say about it?
Oh, I mean, I just, we didn't make too many more new props for this, so I took a lot of stuff that was already made and just repurposed it for the structure. I took Mark's cool models that he made for the Clio stuff and sort of just jammed them all together. If anybody's familiar with how Star Wars made their spaceships, is called kit bashing, and that's basically what I did, was just take random pieces. If you were to really look at the guts of that Clio device, it's made up of a whole bunch of stuff that can be found elsewhere in the world. But that's half the fun of making this stuff nowadays, is just repurposing our stuff. But yeah, we thankfully got some really great support from John Gronquist, our effects person, to do the lighting and stuff like that on that too. So it was definitely a group effort. There's some great audio that goes with it.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to hear some of that. So right now, we're trying to defend our home until the Clio device is complete, the Haven device is complete. It is almost there. We got 30 seconds left. So I've deliberately not done a good job of fighting these zombies because I want to see the Haven device, kick into action pretty soon. So I'm letting these screamers attract as many zombies as we can because we want to see what happens. Oh no, Jesse died! Oh no! Oh, what a horrible, surprising turn of events. Any second now, Haven device is going to kick in.
If you're in if you're in Geoffrey's community, you're not long for this world.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so the Haven device has just turned on. So now, suddenly, within the base, zombies' heads are just miraculously exploding. The larger zombies, like the Juggernauts and the Ferals, they end up taking a little bit longer to kill. So the individual zombies, they basically get killed in only a couple of hits from the Haven device. The Juggernaut takes a little longer, but eventually he goes. So right now, because I don't have power and water, the Haven device is a little more expensive to run, and it's not quite as effective. It only works within the bounds of the base. If I had it powered, then it would actually reach the entire safe area outside the base. Let's not be killed by bloaters, thanks. It would reach the entire safe area outside the base, and so zombies wouldn't be able to get anywhere near us. But either way, not only does the Haven device have this effect destroying the zombies, it also has a little bit of a deterrent effect on them, which means that you've got no risk at your base, which means that there are no sieges that are going to happen. So now that we've survived this one siege, there are no natural sieges that are going to occur at our base, which is great because I think I only have one person left. This is now a solo community. So, yeah, I'm glad to have the backup from Clio. Thank you, Clio. You're now my only friend who's survived. But one thing that does mean is that, for instance, I've got, here at the Red Talon fob, I've got this piece of hardware. I've got the Clio Relay, which, the way that the Clio Relay, which is, this is a reward from Daybreak, typically, that you can also get it here at the Red Talon Daybreak fob. It causes a siege followed by a Clio drop that you can go out and collect. And so if you've got the Haven device and a Clio Relay, you can use the Clio Relay as much as you want, and the zombies that come in and attack you are just going to get killed by the Haven device. I was actually going to show that, but we've only got like 6 minutes left, and so maybe I shouldn't. But